Welcome to Transmissions, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, Magic Square has the cutest little Nemesis Prime, Cang Toys takes a crack at our favorite flying Dinobot, and we get some hints at the next Transformers toy line and series coming soon to replace EarthSpark. Today is Wednesday, August 28th, 2024, and this is episode 605 of Transmission.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that knows if you're going to use music without permission, don't use something by Dave Grohl. He will destroy you. I'm your host Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Char, aka Robo Apollo.
Hey everyone, I'm back.
And you got me. You got me.
I got you.
Oh man. Okay. That's a good start.
Thank you.
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
I'm also here. Let's talk Transformers.
All right. I expected from Daryl, but not from Char.
Yeah. Well, I'm full of surprises.
The old switcheroo.
It's more than meets the eye here.
Mm-hmm.
Wink.
All right. As always, we start the show by thanking our Donatreons, those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you all so much for continuing to support the show and help us keep things going. We really appreciate it. If you are not a Donatreon and would like to become one, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support, and that's where you can sign up and give us a little bit of monthly contribution, help us out. And of course, for that, you get some perks, you get some bonus content, you get to watch us record the show live. You get automatically entered into all our contests. So lots of good stuff. Speaking of bonus
believe we
content,
are welcoming back a Donatreon this week, aren't we?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry, I neglected to put it in the doc. Thank you, Daryl, for
Okay, I remember. I get all the emails as well, and I see them, and I remember. My memory's great when it comes to the Donatreons, and I don't miss a thing. Sharp as a tack.
You.
That's me.
We appreciate you, Daryl.
Yeah, we are lucky to have you here.
That's right.
Yes. So we were very happy to see that our good friend Third Sergio is back to being a Donatron, joined at the duly appointed supporter of the Transmissions podcast level. So that's a pretty high level. So Third Sergio, welcome back. Great to have you back. Thank you again for supporting us and helping us out. And we hope to see you at the next TFCon. I haven't seen you in a little while. So I think last time we saw you was at TFCon, maybe Toronto back in, wow, like maybe back before the pandemic, maybe 2019.
Yeah, it might have been, yeah. But
yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah.
One of the best, Third Sergio.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, well, and you know, got to give you your shout out, of course. Thank you, and thank you to Daryl for not keeping me from failing to give the shout out.
I'll keep you honest, always.
All right. Well, if you are a Donatron, you get some perks, some bonus content that includes the bonus show We Like Big Bots. That's again by Daryl, our MVP here of the show.
All right, you're laying it on a little thick now.
Yeah.
So you know, we got lots of like 14 episodes now. So 14 episodes all on
It's
our.
like it's plenty. There are plenty of episodes.
Wait,
Not-
new
no,
ones
it's-
have come out?
Yeah, we still need more, Daryl.
Okay.
Your work's not done. They give us money monthly, so the least you could do is do a show monthly, right? Right?
Right. Yes.
All right, you and Dr. Pants figure it out. Get on that.
The other ones are great. The other shows are great. We do have ideas. I'm not trying to skirt the responsibility, but we do have some ideas kicking around. And once we get to making the episodes, then they'll be ready to go. So yeah, it's just finding the time. It's tough out there, kid.
I think you can make yourself useful with this.
If you remembers our Patreons, our subscribers, our Donatreons.
All right. Well, we've also got more bonus content from our Transformers Live Play RPG podcast, Empire of Rust. So that delivers bonus content every other week. See that, Daryl? Twice a month. That's pretty good.
I mean, that's insane. Yeah. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, I did some voice acting for this too. So
awesome. Yeah. So that should be coming soon then. So this week we've got episode 122, a Tuvix situation. So you can take a listen to that. It's available on our webpage at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. Of course, it's in our main feed, so everyone will have access to that. The bonus version of this episode came out last week, so that's available on our Patreon page if you have not had a chance to listen to it. But the bonus uncut version of the episode comes out a week before the regular version, so you always look for that. Which means, of course, if you want to get access to episode 123 a week early, you should become a Donatron and you can get access to that as soon as it comes out. So check it out. We still have copies of our exclusive Skybound Transformers #1 coming up on a year of Transformers comics from Skybound. So if you want to pick up our exclusive issue, this was artwork by E.J. Sue. And he's an awesome guy, does great artwork. So you can check out our Starscream focused cover. And you can pick it up at our website at transmissionspodcast.com/comic. And this is apparently valued much higher on eBay. So, don't pay eBay prices for something you can get direct from the source at our website. So, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we still got our 15% off code at toyhacks.com. The month of August is coming to a close this week, so this will be the last week for this code to work, but we'll have a new code after Labor Day next week with the new month. But for right now, until the end of August, you can use our code HEATWAVE at toyhacks.com to get 15% off all your orders at toyhacks.com. So you can use that code as many times as you like until August 31st. So keep using that code. Cannot be combined with any other promo codes, but you can use it with your RoboPoints. So that's all for our intro promo stuff. So let's jump into some toy talk with some quick hits.
All right, we are going to start off this week by talking about Jada Toys, and we talked about them before. They're the Hasbro brand that is able to make transformer-looking cars that aren't transforming. They're like kind of their Hot Wheels brand. So anyway, Jada Toys is got a 1/32 scale Porsche 935, and it's the Jazz. It's G1 Jazz. So if you are looking, or if you are interested in getting a like a die-cast model of G1 Jazz in his car form, with that beautiful Porsche 911 or 935 turbo, it's going to be available. It's one of those really nice looking cars from the early 80s that is just really, really awesome. I think it was probably a late 70s model, but anyway, it's just a really nice looking car. And it's got the whole racing livery on it. you can you can display it as G1 Jazz. It looks awesome.
And speaking of Hot Wheels, we've got the real Hot Wheels is coming out with their Transformers crossover miniature cars, and this is the gold variant of the Bumblebee car. So we talked about all the Hot Wheels cars that were coming out a couple weeks ago, but yeah, there is a gold variant for Bumblebee. So this can either be a G2 Bumblebee or Gold Bug, whichever one tickles your fancy there. So if you are interested in that, you can see there's be on the lookout for this. Hopefully these will be showing up in stores soon. Hopefully all the scalpers will not get to them first, so you'll have a chance to get one of these if you're interested. So yeah.
All right, so under third-party stuff, we've got a new Magic Square Toys MS-G04B Truck Boy black version. So it's a little chibi action figure of Nemesis Prime. So we're looking at a picture of him right now, and he's got this dynamic pose. It looks like he's on a stand. Decoed in black with red eyes, and there's a little bit of teal highlights on there as well as silver. And we've got a lot more pictures. There used to be an Optimus Prime. There's an Optimus Prime version of this as well. So it's just, a redeco of that. We're looking through images now, comparing it with the original one, and then also his truck mode, and so it's transformable, which is really cool. A lot of these chibi style figures usually are not transformable, so this is really neat if you're a Nemesis Prime fan or a fan of these types of figures. Check this one out.
Somewhere Jeremy is loving this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, even back when we were talking about the Optimus when it came out, the fact that they've made a transformable chibi figure like this it blows my mind that they can get that massive head into the body is just crazy. So yeah, I'm it's not my style. It's not something I would pick up, but I'm really quite impressed with how they've managed to do it.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, Daryl. Like it's really impressive, the engineering on this, and it's the first chibi figure I've seen, and this company's only done this as far as I know. Maybe there are other ones that have done transformable ones. Like usually these things don't transform, so it's really cool to see a chibi transform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's a bunch of, like, there's an RC, and then there's there's a line. You remember that line, Charles, of the chibi figures? And they all had these, like, very similar transformations.
Yeah,
they had to have done dozens of them at the time. But they really weren't overly complicated. These ones are much more complex. But the Magic Square has done. I think they did an RC and a lot of the female characters. So they did. Chromia as well. But this one, I think I don't know. I don't think this style lends itself well to transforming figures, but every now and then when they're able to pull one off, I think it looks really good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right.
All
right, and we're back to Cang Toys. It's been a little while since we talked about them, but we're talking about their CT-Long Yang. This is their Swoop figure. It's a prototype, and this is going to be part of their G1 looking Dinobot combiner, and that's going to combine into their Thunder King, like a Predaking style, or they use the Predaking looking body. So this is going to be a combiner. This is the arm figure for that combiner. I don't have a name for it, I don't think, here.
It's Tear Hal at the bottom.
That's what
Like
they're using for the.
that's what
Okay, cool.
Tear Hal, like pterodactyl, but
Oh no, I mean
Hal.
full combiner. Like, what are they calling that
Oh,
thing?
I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
The style for Cang Toys has stayed the same since they did their Predaking. This is very, very jagged and sharp, and it looks violent just standing there. Take the like the Michael Bay style designs for the Decepticons and kind of put some kind of G1 coloring on them, and you get Cang Toys, right? They look like they're made of knives, but they've got some color to them. So yeah, I think these look cool, but they look incredibly dangerous. So yeah, I honestly I think the combiner, like, as they finished their Predacon combiner, their Predaking, and it looked amazing. This was the one that the hands became turned into something, the feet turned into something, and every piece, like every little module piece of this thing turned into some other figure, which is just awesome. So I expect them to do very similar things with this Dinobot combiner, but it's going to be like 11 figures when you're done. Like, it's just going to be massive. So I expect it to look very similar, just some different color palettes. So yeah, but yeah, it looks cool, and it's going to be big and expensive, and yeah, Cang Toys.
All right. And another third party combiner from TFC Toys, and they're doing Hun-Grr. And their combiner, so their figure is called Jakiro. It's a third party version of Hun-Grr, the leader of the Terracons that forms Abominus, and the combiner is called Satan. So Jakiro is the torso component of Satan. And here we just have a gray prototype of the figure. This is robot mode. And we should, yeah, there's the two-headed dragon mode there.
This is interesting. It's been a long time since we've heard anything out of TFC Toys. And I mean, when I say a long time, I'm not talking like months. We're talking years since we've heard anything out of TFC Toys. And I'm trying to think, like, we've got pictures here, and I'm sure you're going through them, of the other figures. Like, how long has it been since the other, like, the Limbots came out? Yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, so I guess this is the last one to, if you have been getting all the other ones, if you got the other 4 limbs, you can complete your set with the torso now. I guess this will probably be out next year sometime if it's a great prototype stage now. So, but yeah,
my goodness, if you've been waiting for this, if somebody out there has been buying the limbs and has actually just been sitting on them and waiting, props, man. Like, seriously, props to you for the patience, because honestly, I cannot fathom how long this has taken. I'm just going to try and see if there's anything in here.
And this is the combined form of Satan. And I didn't realize this is a cool thing where all the guns combine to form a big gun for the combiner figure. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So that's a neat little twist there.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Yeah, I like the logo for the name too. It's just pink, and it's just like, oh, okay. But yeah, if you've been waiting on this, let us know. Like, we'd be curious to know. And you win an award in patience.
Big Bad has 2 of the figures in stock.
Wow.
And yeah, it's that's wild. I'm legitimately blown away that this thing is still coming out. I thought it was done, like long done. So yeah, cool. Well done to anybody who's been waiting on this.
All right, so we're going to be looking at some in-hand images of 3 Zeros MDLX Sideswipe. So these are non-transforming articulated figures, and they're painted, and it comes with accessories. And it has 40 points of articulation. It's die cast. There's 5 sets of hands. There's the shoulder cannon, and it looks like a few other accessories. So we're looking at an in-hand image of the box now, showing the figure with its accessories. This is part of a line of figures. Right now, there's a Starscream, which I do have, and it's amazing. Rodimus, an Optimus Prime, a Bumblebee, and a Megatron. So, and there are pictures of those online already. So when we're looking through the images now, looks very nice. Like the wheels, the detailing, you know, the detail of the leg. As I said, like I think you can see part of my Starscream one back here. They're really good figures. They're really posable, and if you're a fan of this character, I highly recommend that you get one. And I'm very pleased with the Starscream I have from this line. It's very high quality for the price point. It is a little more pricier than, a typical Transformers toy, and it's not, it's non-transforming. So if transforming is your thing, you might not want this, but I think they're great. Now we're looking at a group picture of Sideswipe, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee. Yeah, you could do some really cool photography with this and posing with these figures. So, I highly recommend them. 3 I think they're great. So, yeah, check this out, and maybe you'll buy one. I'm selling this really hard, but I have one, so from this line, and they are really great figures. So, and Sideswipe's a cool guy. Like there's it's a cool design too.
Yeah, it looks really good. It does look really good. Yeah. It almost looks like it could transform with all the kibble that they put on it, on the wheels, and you can see the car hood on the back and everything.
Yeah, and like as someone who's had like non-transforming figures that were more expensive, like Flame Toys, I think this is, the 3 stuff it's really high quality, and it doesn't cost as much either. So I think this one, they don't have a price on this, but isn't this like $70? This one?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if it has. Let me see what this link has here. 79 on Big Bad Toy Store, $79.99.
Okay.
So, so for that price point, for like a highly articulated figure that's hand painted, that's pretty good nowadays as a collector.
Yep. Cool.
We got another listing for an additional Transformers 1 figure that will be hitting the Studio Series line. So if you like Alita 1 and you were hoping to get her in the Studio Series line, good news. She will be getting a Studio Series figure. And it's another deluxe figure. So all these the Transformers 1 figures that have been coming into Studio Series have been deluxe size. So as of right now, we have a Optimus and a Megatron, and I believe we've got this Alita 1 that's going to be hitting the line as well. Don't think there's a Transformers 1 Bumblebee in that line yet, but I fully expect it. So yeah, like they're pushing them pretty hard right now. So look for it in the 2025 lineup. So a little bit longer to wait, but it's the marketing for this movie is hitting pretty hard right now. So look for the figures to start really piling up in the stores.
I expect we will get probably. I mean, if this movie is really popular, like it seems like the hype is building, it might. Hopefully, it does well. I expect we'll start getting studio series characters for like every minor character in the movie. So I know we know the four main characters are Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, and Alita One. We know Soundwave and Starscream are going to be in it. We know Shockwave's in it. We know what Darkwing
Sentinel
is
Prime.
in it.
There's
Sentinel
I
Prime.
saw I
Yeah.
saw Sentinel Prime from the Transformers One line on a shelf. So so we know that they're the live action movies have been hitting a bit of a dead zone when it comes to live action movie characters for the series line. That's why they dipped into the gamer editions, and that's why they originally went into the 86 line, right? So now they've got a new movie, right? So they're gonna mine that character well, really, as best they can.
Yep. All right. And speaking of additional listings, we've also got information about the potential next series coming after EarthSpark. So we know EarthSpark basically was ended after the second season, which I thought was really good, actually, and kind of wish they had gotten a chance to continue that storyline. But looks like we're getting another new Transformer cycle called Cyberworld. So these toy listings are listing some of the characters coming. Looks like we've got Mirage, we've got Scorponok, Armor Galvatron, okay, a Skybite, a Meg Bull. Is that Megatron as a bull or something else? Not really sure. Snarl, Off-Road, a Chompin' Battle Grimlock, armored cyber changers, and then just cyber changers. So interesting characters with like Skybite and Armor Galvatron, and then also, I mean, I imagine there will be a Megatron. Maybe, well, actually, there's no Megatron in no. Well, maybe this off-road is Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime off-road, maybe. So we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, interesting tidbit here. I mean, we don't know anything else about what this cyber world could be. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe they'll have something about it at PulseCon next month. That would be maybe a good place to. But I don't know. That's more for the adult collectors. So maybe if this is the kids line, maybe they won't mention it here. But I guess we'll see. But I don't know.
I expect we'll start hearing about it soon.
Yep. All right. Well, that's all our quick hits, and let's move on to our main topic.
All right, and this week we actually do have a discussion topic, and this was kind of provided to us by Quattro in the Discord. If you're not part of our Discord, why not? It's free. We don't charge anything extra for anybody to be in our Discord. You can chat with any one of us here, and even Jeremy, even though he's not here, you can chat with him too. He's there. This is the news for this. I mean, as we're recording right now, news of this is still coming in, and this is very new. But a massive collab is taking place over in Japan, and between a bunch of different lines. So we're looking at a picture right now of an Optimus Prime figure that is a little bit of Zoids, and a little bit of Diaclone, and a little bit of Transformers. So it's there's a 3-minute trailer that has been released on YouTube. We have it linked in the show notes. You can take a look at that. I'm assuming by the time that you are hearing this, this is old news, but it's pretty big for pretty big right now. So anyway, yeah, we're taking a look at this, kind of right now as it happens, and we really rarely get that opportunity. So yeah, this is kind of fun. But yeah, we're seeing this as a brand new collaborative project, and it's coming out in 2025. Plus, on top of that, if that wasn't enough, we're getting a Godzilla and Transformers collab, and this is going to be the other side of the coin. So you're going to get a Megatron Godzilla figure. This looks to be the Pseudo Series Grimlock figure, but with a Megatron head on it. They also have looked like they've done a little bit of remodeling there, but yeah, it looks to be a Godzilla Megatron, which is awesome. So yeah, that looks pretty awesome. Again, that one I think is late 2024, so we might get that one a little bit earlier. There's a bunch of stuff coming. So there's a couple other things in here as well that they're talking about. A lot of lines I have never heard of. So yeah, this Spider-Man. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's Zoids and Spider-Man, so no Transformers.
Yeah. No Transformers, but I mean it's in the same thing. So they're doing a massive kind of like press release kind of video here. But yeah, Zoids is collabing with Spider-Man, Marvel Comics, so you're getting a bunch of that. This is some huge stuff happening right now. A lot of collabs happening, a bunch of different lines going together. It looks pretty cool. So
looks like Transformers and Monster Hunter. So if you play Monster Hunter's videos game, that's looks like that's going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Macross before that?
Yeah, Transformers Macross. Yeah.
Oh, Macross 7.
I don't believe they've never crossed with Macross before. I don't know what that.
Oh, so Macross 7 is good. It's a good anime.
Jetfire.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff coming. This is I'm hoping by the time this episode comes out, we look like uneducated fools, and there's a whole bunch of information. The people who know all these lines and know all these the images that are getting pumped into these this trailer are like, oh, that's what this is, and that's what this is, and that's and then the figures that are going to be coming out are revealed by the time this comes out. So there's a lot more information, but as of this recording, we are in the dark on a lot of this stuff. So, but yeah, we got an Optimus and a Megatron, and they look pretty fun and cool. So yeah, if you're into this kind of stuff, get hyped.
I like that.
What do you guys think? Yeah.
I like that detail on the Megatron that he has a Godzilla logo, like it's like a profile of Godzilla on his chest instead of the Decepticon logo.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks interesting. I'm the Zoid ones. I mean, I've never been like big on Zoids, but that Optimus Prime Zoids figure just looks really cool. I think it reminds me of I guess like a Leo Convoy version with turning into that lion thing. So yeah, it's
the additional little little drone, I think, is the Diaclone kind of addition to that, because I think Zoids was the big is their contribution is the cat Zoid, right, which then turns into the Optimus, and then the little drone is kind of the component that is kind of like the Diaclone addition to this whole thing.
I wonder what the Monster Hunter collaboration is going to be.
I don't know anything about Monster Hunter, so
me neither.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It looks fun. It looks exciting.
Yeah, no, this is cool. I mean, anytime they cross over Transformers with something else, I think it's it's always cool. It's a good opportunity to get really creative with the brand. I'm curious about the Macross 7 crossover though, like how that's going to work.
Yeah.
Because that's not the one that the Jetfire, well, where that character came from. This is a series that came out, I believe, it was in the 90s. So, and that red mech's the main Valkyrie in that. And the main character in that show, he's like a total pacifist. And I don't know how familiar you guys are with Macross. Like, I've seen quite a few of the series. I've seen Robotech, which is the rebrand of Macross in the United States. And, you know, that's the big theme of the shows are music. And typically it's like a female character that's the singer, but in Macross 7, it's a male character that's like the main singer. And he's like a total pacifist, and he's the mech pilot of that red robot. So this is cool though. This is cool. The Godzilla one's really cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of this stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, my Robotech was on, like, it was the it was one of the rotation of cartoons in the 80s that I saw as a kid, but beyond that, I have no recollection of it. Like, it was sandwiched in between Voltron and Transformers and other stuff. So, you know, we didn't, you know, at the time we had no knowledge of Macross at all. It was just the Robotech, you know, dubbing and rebranding for the US market. So yeah, so I mean, but it's cool to see that it's continuing on here. Although I have a question about, if you're a pacifist, why are you a mech pilot? Shouldn't you like refuse to pilot your mech? I mean, there aren't peaceful applications for the giant robot with guns, right?
It's the power of song. You know, he says this in the show. I'm not like making fun of it, but he's like, believe in my power of song. And then he'll like on the mech, like these speakers, if I'm remembering right, because I haven't seen it in a while, like he just will like blast and just sing music from the mech.
Okay.
And like dodge like missiles and stuff from the alien race in it, because there's another alien race in it, because that's a big theme. That was a big theme in Robotech too, but in this one there's another different alien race, because they've learned to make peace with that other one. Sorry, spoilers. I should have maybe not said anything, but like,
40 years of spoilers have expired. It's okay.
Yes, okay. Yeah, and this is 30 years old itself, but yeah, he's a total pacifist, the main character. I think his name's Basara. So yeah, but check it out. I think it's like 52 episodes though, so.
Okay. And I do want to say, I still hate this 40th anniversary logo with all the pieces of the Autobot and Decepticon symbols. It looks terrible. It's like it's a abomination to graphic design here.
It hurts my eyes.
But beyond that, still these crossovers looks like they're pretty cool. This is the stuff that, like, this is probably for the Japanese audience. This is the stuff that gets them excited the same way that we got excited for like Knight Rider and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Back to the Future and Ghostbusters and all that. So
exactly.
Cool. All right, well, that's all our toy discussion, so we will move on to trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
All right, and Trips to the Store is powered by our friends at TeePublic. So if you can get all our merchandise at our TeePublic store, which is linked at transmissionspodcast.com/TeePublic, you can see some examples of Transmissions themed merchandise you can get. I'm wearing my Bad Guy Transmissions shirt, designed by Daryl. Again, MVP Daryl did our Good Guy and Bad Guy logo designs. But you can get all our shirts there. Of course, you don't have to get anything from us, from Transmissions. You can get anything from TeePublic. Just use our link, and that helps us out. And yeah, Char's got the Sidefest Northwest shirt there. We'll have more discussion about that a little bit later in the show. So lots of good stuff at our TeePublic store if you want to check it out. All right, let's start off with what we got. Daryl, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I don't have anything new. I kind of blew my wad with the Fortress Maximus, So I'm kind of sitting on nothing here for a little while. But I thought, well, we were talking about the that Nemesis Prime kit last week, and we showed off a picture, and the picture is fine for the old one, but I wanted to get out the new one or the old one that I have because it's just amazing. This is that original kit from the previous design. This was like that the white Optimus from what was that? I can't even remember. My brain is mush right now. What's the previous line? I don't know. It's White Optimus, now Nemesis Prime. It looks amazing.
Combiner Wars. Combiner Wars.
Yeah, Combiner Wars. That's the thing. So this was the S&D design kit. And yeah, so this thing here is a bit of a pain in the butt to kind of put together because you got to knock out a pin to do it. But it's worth it. It's completely worth it. This thing is badass and just looks amazing. And is still transformable and is still combinable, surprisingly enough, in this configuration. So, yeah, it's just an incredibly awesome looking figure. So, yeah,
very cool.
Oh, I like the details on that. That's really cool in the color scheme.
Hmm.
All right, I'll go next. First, since I wasn't here last week, I did get Transformers number 11, so there it is. And yeah, we reviewed this a couple weeks ago. It was a good book. Looking forward to the next issue to finish up that story arc in September. So that's coming soon. Something I picked up at TFCon, but I recently opened it and played with it. This is Nightshade, EarthSpark Nightshade in Owl mode. And yeah, it's a neat little figure. So the wings are really nicely articulated. He's got their two knives in their wings, and the transformation's pretty easy. And very quick.
You're a pro at this, Charles. Wow, see? That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's the EarthSpark toys are. I mean, at least for the Terrans, I think are pretty nice. So this is a cool little figure. And
yeah.
So yeah, there he is.
Yeah. I like their color too, like the teal, teal Transformers. We need more teal Transformers.
Yeah.
So just looks so nice.
Yep. Cool. So yeah, so that's Nightshade, cool figure, and just wanted to show that off since I did open it and play with it. And finally, this arrived from Hasbro Pulse. I got the Party Wallop, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, where is it?
Yeah, where is
there it is.
Yay!
I took it out. I played with it. I opened it and played with it. I really like this figure. So I wanted to show it off in truck mode because I imagine people will be showing it off in turtle mode all the time. And the truck mode really comes together pretty well. The party wagon mode. It's a little bit finicky. The panels all need to peg into place, but I really like how they've done all the storage for the weapons. So in the bottom you can see there's Raphael's size. Also the Leonardo swords are also supposed to peg in here, but they actually for some reason aren't going in, so I just left them out. But it's a the front bumper comes off and is a little pizza. So if you're hungry, you can have a little pepperoni pizza there. And the way they do the multiple heads, like the little caps, so you can change which what your favorite turtle is. And mine is Donatello, so this is currently in the Donatello fashion. Also, the belt on the I guess I can probably show the belt here behind the front of the truck. Yeah, that. So you can see here the turtle belt. You can actually flip it up and rotate it to a different letter for each turtle. So it's currently Donatello, but you can put it to Leonardo and Raphael and Michelangelo. Oh, I went too far. Michelangelo, and then a blank. There's a blank one too. So for agnostic turtle, I guess.
Oh.
But yeah, so this is and as like this the truck part. So when he's in robot mode, you can have like a more turtleized mode, or you can leave the truck face on to make it look more like a robot, And I dropped the pizza.
Oh no.
And the pizza has, I mean, it's hard to see, but it has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo here.
Mm-hmm.
So but it's probably not going to focus on camera here.
There it is. Yeah, there it is. Turtle power.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I like this figure. This is a really good mashup here.
Wow.
And the transformation is really nice. It's kind of intuitive and really shows off like the kibble in robot mode to make it look like it turns into a truck, and then also looks like the turtles. So yeah, it's a fun figure. I like it. So yeah, cool. I never really played with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures as a kid.
Because you were a man when they came out.
I played with them. We had some growing up.
Yeah, I was getting to like preteen teenager when Turtles were at their heyday. I went to see the movie. What was it, 89 when the live action movie came out? I was 13 at the time.
You were dating?
I'm only 3 years older than you, Daryl.
This is big. It's a capital 3.
All right, Shar, I think we're ending it with you. You probably have a big haul to show us.
Yeah, I had a busy month. So at the beginning of the month on August 3rd, I went to Cybfest, and I believe I used our TeePublic link to get my cool Cybfest shirt. You can't really see it in here, because I'm wearing it, but yeah, I got that ahead of time before the convention, and I wore it at Cybfest. And the first thing I want to show, I've got to get it out, its protective sleeve, is I got an autograph and I got to meet Sue Blue. So she was the guest at Cybfest. They usually have one celebrity guest a year. So it was really cool getting to meet her. She was just so nice to me and all the other fans there. I was not able to get the exclusive. There was an RC custom G1 custom figure. There was like a limited amount of those. I was not able to get one of those, but that's okay. I still had a lot of fun, and it was great meeting Sue Blue and to get an autograph. And I have some other exciting news, which I'll talk about in more detail, vague details in alt mode. But on August 22nd, I got to see an advanced screening of Transformers 1. So and they were giving out these really cool posters. So I got this poster. It shows Orion Pax, Alita, and B127, and then the background is, oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name?
16.
D16, yeah,
Yeah.
D16's eyes. So yeah, and it's limited edition 2024. So that was really cool. There's another really cool exclusive poster that they're giving out at these screenings, but this is the only one they had, and they were going very quick. Um, at the movie theater, they didn't have any Transformers 1 like special popcorn buckets or anything, but they did have the 40th anniversary ones. So I got this cool 40th anniversary cup with like the old retro artwork.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. I got that, and then I got the popcorn bucket because it's got my boy on there, so Starscream. So, and it's got Optimus, and we all love Optimus Prime. So, all these little explosions and things. They warned me that this handle's really bad, so they're like, do not hold it by the handle. So, anyways, that's all my goodies that I have to show this week. So, yeah.
Cool. All right. And I'm in the process of pulling out my party wallop here so you can see
Cool.
how he's, he comes out in robot mode. So I ran out of time though. So, oh well.
Oh, I went too fast. I should have gone slower. And look at all the details on the poster. Look at D16's eyes. Look into his eyes, podcasters. Look, be mesmerized by these beautiful eyes.
All right. So, well, I mean, we've got the rest of us have to wait a few more weeks to check out Transformers 1, but we're all looking forward to it. All right. So that's it for Trips to Store, and we will move on with the rest of the show.
We now return to the Transmissions Podcast.
All right, and last bit of the show, we've got some convention news. All right, well, for convention news, since Char was at Cybfest Northwest a few weeks ago, I thought we'd be fun to get a full recap of the show. So, Char, take it away. It's all you.
All right. Thanks, Charles and Daryl. So, yeah, I went to Cybfest. It's a one-day convention in the Pacific Northwest. It takes place in Kent, Washington, which is just outside of Seattle, which is a major city. And, Kent's just this really small, quaint community. The convention takes place in the Kent Commons Community Center. It was the 11th anniversary of the show. Last year was the big 10th anniversary, and it takes place. They open the doors at 10 a.m. for pre-registered guests, and then normal registration opens at 11 a.m. Setups time started for us artists and dealers at 7:30 in the morning. It was from 7:30 to 9:45, I believe, was setup time, and I got there at 9:30. So I drove up. I did a day trip from Portland. Yeah, but this is the biggest show of the so far. I've been going to this convention for a few years, and this year by far was the biggest show they've ever had. It felt a lot like TFCon, honestly, the dealers hall, with how many artists and dealers there were. They redid the layout so they could fit more dealers and more artists. it is primarily a toy show. That's the main focus of the show. But we did have artists there from Artist Alley, and then we had our own guest, one professional there, which was Sue Blue, the voice of RC. And there was an exclusive toy, which was based off of the G1 design that was never released of RC. And this is an unofficial figure that was made by I believe it's Jet Forge Blue is their name, but I will have to get back to you on that. There was only a limited number of these figures available, and I kind of forgot about it, and sadly, and I wasn't able to get one, but she looked really cool. So these were handmade, hand painted. It was you know, but then they do a raffle. And then they have an area where like kids can play with Transformers as well. And there are a lot of people there that we know, like friend of the show Mike Seibert was there, and he had a booth. And yeah, it was a really fun day. It's a really busy convention. I didn't get a lot of time to look around because I was working my table and my artist table. But it was, I did get up for a little bit and it was really busy. So there were a lot of great cosplays there. There was someone who stood out. They were cosplayed as Perceptor, and that was a really cool cosplay to see. So yeah, if you were in the Pacific Northwest next year, it typically takes place in July or August. So I recommend this convention. It's only one day, so it's not a big commitment unless you're traveling, out of state, so yeah, a lot of fun.
Cool. And we have a group picture here.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you take this picture?
So this was us. So a group of us from Cybfest went to see Transformers 1 on August 22nd, which was Thursday. And as we're recording this is a few days ago. And so Mike messaged me and he's like, hey, you want to go? Because, I'm part of Cybfest, I'm one of the artists usually in the Artist Alley. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go. So yeah, a group of us who are involved at the convention went, and it was just so much fun, and we took a big group picture of everyone. So
Neat.
yeah, it's been really cool to have a local-ish Transformers community. It's still 2.5 hours from me with no traffic. So, but yeah, it's still really cool to get to connect with people at these at events like this and conventions. Yeah, when we all had a good time at Transformers 1. And I'm really
Awesome.
excited for you both to see the movie, too. I'm just so excited. And I can't wait to see it again when it's out.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we're unfortunately we're not in, I guess, the major metropolitan areas that got screenings, so we're just kind of left waiting.
Oh,
So,
that's weird. I think they would be in every state.
well, yeah, I mean, it's in Philadelphia, which is on the
Oh,
other side of the state from where I'm in. I'm closer to Pittsburgh, so it
oh,
would
okay.
be a 5 hour drive for me.
Oh, that's a little far.
Yeah.
That's a little far.
I'm in Canada.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, you're not even in the United States. Are they even doing any in Canada? Are they doing any screenings?
I mean, we can talk about it more in alt mode, but
Okay.
there was something in Toronto that I could have been a part of that I didn't even hear about until they were done.
Mm.
But there were, I mean, Toronto's a 2 hour drive for me, and I'm far too lazy to drive 2 hours to go see a movie. Then and I had the opportunity to go see one in Detroit, And again, that is more than a 2-hour drive, and I would have to cross a border to see a movie, and it's far too much trouble to see a movie that I'll just see next month.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, we're too old for the FOMO stuff. I mean,
Okay.
well, we're still susceptible to it, but for some things we have enough tolerance. We built
seriously, I'm in a room dedicated to FOMO.
Yes. Yeah, but that's different. You're not driving. No, and I was actually stuck. It ended up taking me 4 hours one way to get there because of traffic. So normally traffic isn't even that bad, and but driving back was just 2.5 hours. So I was extremely devoted.
Well, you want the shorter drive on the way back.
Yes.
That's always good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's all for convention news, and I think that takes us to the end of this episode of Transmissions. So thanks everyone for watching and listening. Of course, at the end of every episode, we give a shout out to our masterpiece donatrons. These are the folks who continue to support the podcast at our highest level on Patreon. So that's why we think they deserve a mention in every episode. So thank you again to John Forks Lemongood, Demon Tech 82, and Steve C. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for continuing to be such big supporters. But thank you to all of our supporters and to everyone watching and listening who checks us out every week. Thank you for supporting us and hanging out with us. And Shar, thank you again for coming and hanging out with us this week. Thanks for sharing all your experiences at Sidefest Northwest, and thanks for not telling us about Transformers 1 so you don't spoil the movie for us. And tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
Yeah. No, you're welcome. I'm always happy to be on. Hopefully I won't get COVID again for a long time too, because I did have COVID through wrench and things. Yeah, you can find me on the site formerly known as Twitter, and then Instagram at RoboPaulo, a few other places, but I don't really post on those other sites. So those are still the ones I'm posting on. I haven't posted any new artwork in a while, but there are things Transformers related I am working on. It's just taking long time. So, but yeah, I'm happy to be on. So, and I hope to be on more often.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Thanks again for watching and listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.